gentlemen, please welcome Chris Kluwe.
We have the greatest learning tool in the world at our fingertips. It's called the internet. In my pocket right now, this thing, if I know how to run an optimized Google search and recognize source bias, I can learn anything I want. It's all right here. So we need to be teaching kids how to do that, and that means smaller classroom sizes. So teachers know what each individual student needs, how each individual student learns, and so they can direct those students towards areas where they might enjoy learning, towards things they might want to learn. And yeah, some students aren't going to want to learn certain things. Some students may not be interested in American history in the 17th century. Some students may not be interested in ancient Greek history or, economics. But if you give them the tools to learn early on, then later on, if they do become interested, then they can use those tools and, they can do the things they want to do. And it's also on us as a society to foster the idea that learning is something worth doing, that it's worth our time to find new information, that it's worth our time to go browsing through random Wikipedia pages because we find it interesting, because here's something I didn't know before. I learned something new today. Maybe I want to learn about black holes today. There's the information's out there. It's just if you know enough to find it. What makes us human beings is our ability to exercise our free will, our ability to live our own lives free of oppression. And if you want to live your own life free of oppression, then you have to make sure everyone else has that same opportunity as well. Otherwise, one day, like I said, it might not be you being able to exercise your right to free will. So empathy isn't about loving other people. Empathy is about being aware on the most self-serving level that this is benefiting you, that this is the world that you want to live in, and in order to live in that world, everyone else has to have that same chance. The meaning we make on this world is what we make. There is no grand plan where things are going to work out just fine because they're fated to do so. No, our lives are what we make of them. Our society is what we make of it. The actions we take and the choices we make will always affect how our lives are going to be. And if we don't think about that, then we have the potential to make some really bad choices, and we have made some really bad choices. So, in the hopes that my daughters will live in a world that's slightly better than the one I live in, which in turn was hopefully slightly better than the ones my parents lived in, I think it's incumbent upon all of us to have those discussions, to write those things, to have those conversations, and just to think about who we are and the world we live in, and to discuss that with the people around us.